Who will challenge Manchester City the most for the Premier League title in the 2024-2025 season? The main options are Arsenal and Liverpool, but that's like one that I can't really choose on because Arsenal, they do have maybe the slightly better squad depth than Liverpool, but they've had pain of finishing second 2 seasons in a row. So surely they either fall off and come third or they win the league. Because if they finish second 3 times in a row, that would be embarrassing. Because it would mean that they would have been in the title race 3 seasons in a row and not won it. I reckon the thing is with Liverpool, yeah, even though they haven't conceded a goal yet, they're still giving loads of chances up. And it's just that teams so far this season haven't put them away. Because I think United got a few chances against them, but Alisson made like the odd save here and there. Ipswich had a few chances in the first half when it was 0-0 at half time. And Brentford, even though they didn't have Tony, they did create the odd decent chance in the game, just didn't put it away. And I think if like Liverpool like give chances away to teams like City, Spurs, Arsenal, teams might be able to put them away. Because Liverpool have had a fairly straightforward start to the season. They've had Ipswich away. That's an expected 3 points. They got it. And they had Brentford at home. That's an expected 3 points. They got it. And they went to United and they won 3-0. But you've got to remember that even though it was 3-0, Liverpool didn't have to play that well to win 3-0 because United were that bad. And United still had like close enough numbers in terms of shots on goal to Liverpool, but still lost the game by 3-0. But the thing is, I watched Brighton against Arsenal, and Brighton were the better side. Even though Arsenal had 10 men, I did think for large parts of the game, Brighton were the better side. And now they've got to go to Spurs with no Rice. Odegaard's picked up an injury in this international break. So they've really got to win this game against Spurs in the weekend. Because even though it's early days, if City beat Brentford and Spurs beat Arsenal, then we're 5 points in front of Arsenal going into the game next week. And if we beat them next week, then it would be 8 points. So really, if you're a City fan, you want Spurs to beat Arsenal, not only for the title race, but the chance to put that gap there should they lose against Spurs and then we beat them next week. And we beat Brentford this week as well, because we'd have an 8-point gap over them. And then, even though it'd still be early days, 8 points would be a lot to claw back, especially on the City side, because who realistically are City going to drop 8 points to? Because we don't really draw, so I'd be surprised if we get like a few draws in a row, and us losing a few games in a row is kind of unthinkable. I think Liverpool and Arsenal play each other in October. So that will be Liverpool's real biggest test, because if Liverpool can go to the Emirates and win, then they're a real contender. And I feel like there's more pressure on Arsenal to contend, because they've contended the last 2 seasons and not won it. Now there's a pressure on them to contend and actually get over the line. Whereas there's not really a lot of pressure on Liverpool, because no one really expected Arne Slot to compete with Liverpool for the title in his very first year, especially after having big shoes to fill of Jurgen Klopp. So the pressure is off Liverpool and the pressure is on Arsenal. So maybe that would give Liverpool a bit more of an advantage to challenge City a bit more than what Arsenal can. I do feel like Spurs are the closest team to City other than Arsenal and Liverpool, because I thought they were quite good against Newcastle. They might have lost the game, but they still created a lot of good chances, and on another day they might have won the game It's just that some of the time their defence can let them down a bit. Because they've got a good midfield, Spurs, and they've got a pretty good attack. It's just that the way that they, like, high line in their defence, it costs them. I still think Chelsea are a few years away. I think United are a good few years away as well. There's no way they challenge with Ten Hag. Because he's just not good enough. Maresca, I think there's no way he competes in his first year at Chelsea, considering that not many managers last long at Chelsea, let alone do well in their very first year. The only manager that did well in their very first year was Conte when he won it. But then he fell off the next year, came fifth, and then got sacked. But it was a harsh sacking because he did win the FA Cup in that same season. So he did win 2 trophies in 2 years, but still got sacked. So that just shows how ruthless the Chelsea board have been over the past few years. But anyway, who's going to challenge City? That's the point I'm asking. I reckon it all depends what happens when Arsenal and Liverpool actually play each other. Because whoever wins that game will probably have an edge then. And I think City are the favourites either way, whether it's we're competing with Arsenal or we're competing with Liverpool, because we've got that know-how. We've done 4 in a row, so there's no reason why we can't do 5 in a row. It's just that, do we really want to be in a season again where it's a 3-horse race for large portions of the season? No, we don't, because I'd still back us to win the league if we were in a 3-way title race, just like we were last season for large portions, but it wouldn't be ideal to have that 2 seasons running. But anyway, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you all soon. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed. The subscribers have gone up quite a bit recently, so that's massively appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. It's massively appreciated by me. And if you are subscribed, try and spread it around to other people out there, because that would be doing me a favour, and I'd appreciate that as well. Take care. Have a lovely Tuesday. See you all soon.